How we doing? I'm Bray Denman,
I'm Kyle Brellinger.
I'm a Timbiri Lipo.
and this is the Square Podcast. Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How
I'm good.
are you today?
I'm good on this Monday.
Are you starting this week off right?
Yeah.
You are?
I'd say so.
How's the drive to school?
It wasn't too bad. There was some parts that were a little icy,
A
but
little icy.
How's the weather up there?
Well, was it
Wasn't too bad.
because it snowed over the weekend?
it did.
Which means we had a
2-hour delay.
2-hour delay. That's right. Come to school at
If it ain't
10
snowing,
a.m.
I ain't going.
You see, I actually like snow because I think
I love snow.
I think if it's cold enough to have snow, there should be snow.
I like snow.
I think it's visually like what's what I'm looking for? Appealing. I think
Yes.
It's visually appealing.
Yes.
I think the aesthetic looks nice.
Yes.
Kind of lets like Kyle Brentlinger play into his dark and mysterious kind of feel.
Yeah. What about when you're driving though?
Well, you see, I actually don't drive, so I don't really face that.
Millions
problem.
must get their permit.
Millions must get their permit. I am one of few though. It's coming though. I promise you, Mom, it's coming.
I believe it. I believe it.
Thank you, bro. Of
course.
Thanks for the hype up. I actually
Of course.
appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
Summertime, but thanks, bro.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Track season starts today. We're going for every gold medal.
Every gold medal?
Let's go.
Yep.
Nothing below that, right?
No. If you look at my record, I've never got anything below that.
Well, you're undefeated, right?
Yes.
And in tennis, right?
Yes.
No.
No. Well, I guess.
But that's what I would say.
I guess
if
which
Miss
one's your
Mu-
sport?
That's what I would say if Miss Munoz was around. But it's not. I actually am undefeated in my
Okay.
own way. Yeah.
Well, how much of that is Joel Hammond's coaching? Like, kind of his like
I would
feel for the game.
say.
like
What a guy.
JJ Redick with the Lakers, like kind of like a feel for the game, kind of a modern.
Can I get a
approach.
finger real quick?
Yeah,
I would say 110%.
110%. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Joel Hammond, a former podcast alumni, and now he's doing great things in the community. Coming up as the prince of Putnam County real estate. So shout out Joel. But that's right. That's all we have for February right now. Is there anything else?
I think we're
for
missing
February?
something.
Are we
in
missing something?
February.
So we
Oh, it is President's Day. It is finally
No,
President's
no,
Day.
no.
Happy President's Day. We
Shout out
had
your favorite president, Andrew Jackson, maybe?
Yes.
we had the Super Bowl. We had Groundhog's Day and Valentine's Day. What
Oh, how was your Valentine's Day, Kyle? I forgot. I wasn't here on Friday. I forgot to ask how to go. Did your sweet one get her
All
sweet
right.
gift?
There is no sweet one.
Not anymore. She got her sweet gift. I don't know. Are we forgetting something?
I think so.
What is it? Oh, is it the Thomas Jefferson documentary on the History Channel tonight?
No.
I've seen commercials for it.
No. A little something else.
What could it be?
Something else?
What could it be?
It's on my mind. I'm not really sure. Maybe Black History Month. Maybe.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Could be one.
That's
Okay,
it.
well, it's kind of like a whole month celebration.
Yeah.
So I kind of spaced it.
Yeah, it's just big thing.
Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is, Kyle. Is there something wrong with that?
No.
No.
With that being said, I'm feeling a little underglazed right now. Could you help me out?
Yeah, sure. You want like a fist bump?
No.
Like
You-
a
One knee. One knee.
So moving on from this, you know what kind of like plays like music in my ears? When you talk. You know what I like hearing you talk about? Music. Kyle, was there an album that came out over the weekend that just really
What's Your
tickled
Sweet
your
Nothing,
funny
sir?
bone, you could say?
Yes. The new Drake and Party Next Door album came out
Okay. Does that
Friday.
Does it have a name?
Some sexy songs for you.
Do you have a maybe a favorite song from the album?
Yes. My favorite song is the first song on the album, which is called CN Tower.
CN Tower.
Great song.
That sounds cool, but I just can't envision how it sounds. Kyle,
Okay.
would you like to help us with that? Maybe a little preview.
A
of the song real
short,
quick?
smaller preview here.
Okay.
What color's the CN Tower? It's red tonight.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I didn't know we were sitting here with like
Kyle,
Glee or something.
you got a little something in your mouth.
No one's glazing.
Okay, so the janitor from Terre Haute was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Are you next?
I'm next up.
You're next up. You know what's next up for us? Sophomores talking about football.
Hey, this is Hayden.
This is Jalen. And how was your walk to school today?
It was freezing cold.
What's your favorite thing to do in the cold?
Probably watch the NFL.
Mine too.
Speaking of the NFL, what did you think of the Super Bowl last week?
I thought it was really good. The Eagles came out super hot. They performed way better than the Chiefs. They had more energy to start off, and they just played better than the Chiefs. How about you?
I'd agree. I think the Super Bowl, it wasn't even fair, really. The Chiefs just got beat. I mean, they got smoked. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Who did you want to win? Who were you rooting for the
I
whole
was
time?
rooting for the Eagles because the Chiefs had they could have had history, but I like the villain because they could stop it. So how about you?
I was rooting for the Chiefs because I love the Chiefs. I've always rooted for them. Well, what is your favorite NFL team?
Oh, the Colts
Why? Why do you like the Colts?
because it's our hometown and I I fell in love with them. How about you?
I like the Chiefs. Ever since I started watching the NFL, I've always liked the Chiefs.
What do you think you can improve on? What do you think the Chiefs can improve on this year?
Probably their O-line. It was whenever, as you could see during the Super Bowl, we could not stop anyone's defense from getting in on us. Patrick Mahomes had no time to throw the ball, and we were just not in the right head game. So I think our O-line can take a lot of improvement.
Yeah.
What do you think the Colts can improve on?
I'm pretty our defense because we just fired Gus Bradley and we just fired the former Bengals defensive coordinator, and hopefully he can help us out on defense.
Yeah, I would agree. That would probably help you guys out. How do you think your guys' season went this year?
It went pretty good. We went 8-9. It's a all right record. We could have did better. Anthony Richardson got hurt for the last 2 games. Joe Flacco really sold us week 17 against the Giants, but it is what it is. How about you?
I think our season went good. We had a good season. Patrick Mahomes wasn't really on his A game, but I think this next season we're gonna get some new players on our team to help improve our O-line, like I said, and maybe we'll have a better season and we could win the Super Bowl.
What's your prediction for next year for the Chiefs?
I think 15-3. 15-2. I think. Do you think we're gonna beat the Colts next year?
I don't think so.
Oh, that sucks. Who do you think the greatest quarterback of all time is?
Peyton Manning or Tom Brady?
Why do you say that?
Because Peyton Manning he had the worst rookie season of all time, most interceptions for a rookie. Then after that, he kept on taking us to the playoffs. He won a first Super Bowl 2006. And a couple years later, he took us to the Super Bowl but lost 2009. Then he had a neck surgery, and the Colts wouldn't sign him, so he retired. Then he unretired to sign with the Broncos, and he lost his first Super Bowl with him, and he won his second. What about you?
So you think he's better than Tom Brady? You think he's the greatest
Yeah.
of all time? I'd have to say Tom Brady because his stats are better, and he played for the Patriots, and they were a pretty bad team, and he still managed to get it done. You think the Patriots were good?
Yeah, they were really good
Without him?
before, yeah.
And then second, I think it would be not Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. That's
Why
my
do you
bad.
say that?
Because he's tied with Tom Brady as his stats for the first 7 years of their career. And they're both 3-2 in the Super Bowl for their first 7 years. And I think Patrick Mahomes still has a lot of longevity. If he keeps up his longevity, he'll pass Tom Brady pretty soon.
Yeah.
What do you think of the halftime?
Halftime show was really good. I like Kendrick Lamar, and if you go back and watch it, you can see all the hidden messages throughout the whole show. It was pretty neat. How about you?
I think I didn't like it at first when I first seen it. I thought it was pretty bad because the audio quality was pretty
Yeah, they
bad.
need to turn up his mic.
Yeah, he did not sound good at all. But once I rewatched it on my phone, whenever they changed around the audio and stuff and messed with it when they posted it, I thought it was pretty good, and I learned all the hidden meanings in it. What do you think about him dissing Drake on live television?
That was crazy.
Yeah. You think he's gonna get sued?
I'm pretty sure Drake put a lawsuit out for him a couple weeks before the Super Bowl. Try to sue him for it.
I think that's a wrap. So, see you guys in the next segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have an important segment with us. We got 2 DECA superstars with us. Ladies, how are we?
Great.
You guys want to introduce yourselves? So it's So we
I'm
know who we're
Ava.
talking to.
I'm Ava.
I'm Lily.
And you guys are
Juniors at Greencastle High School.
okay. And you guys participate in.
DECA.
Well, okay. So that leads me to my first question. What is DECA?
It's an international business club.
Okay. Okay. Do you have fun in DECA?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun in DECA.
What do you do in DECA?
Well, I've done a role play the
Okay.
last few years, but
Okay.
this year I'm doing a written project over
Okay.
the expo.
Is it hard?
It
Or
was.
has it been hard?
It was 20 pages.
The paper was 20 pages long, and we procrastinated, so it was kind of hard.
20
But the role
pages
play is
long?
really easy.
Did you guys do it together? Is that why you say we?
I mean, I helped.
yeah,
helped?
she was part
Okay.
of the expo, so
Oh, the expo. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys pretty much like planned the expo, didn't you?
yes, we
did.
did.
Okay. Let's get a little round of applause, James. Thanks, James. So, moving on from what you do in DECA, do you have a favorite memory from being in DECA? I guess how long have both of you been in DECA is the
I've
first
been
question.
in DECA since freshman year.
This is my first year.
Okay, we got a rookie over here.
Yep.
Have you enjoyed your first year?
Yeah, actually, I have. One day. I think my favorite memory is when I got Starbucks 3 times in one day.
Okay.
Mine was probably state last year.
Okay, so a little different. We got a little different palettes over
Well,
here.
she hasn't been to state yet, and state is fun.
This year.
This year? This
yeah,
year?
I'm going to state this year.
Are you winning state this year?
Yeah.
What else is happening at state this year?
Emily Gray is singing the national anthem. at
Shout
state.
out Emily Gray. Yeah. Thanks. We got actual clappers this time, unlike James, who's a bah humbug. I guess looking at this, if you're like an 8th grader or even like a junior, like you were, and if you're seeing DECA, would you recommend DECA for people that
100%.
Yeah.
don't really know what it is or aren't a part of it yet?
Yeah, I would.
I guess what would your sales pitch for it be, since you know it is business?
I think that DECA, it gives you good life skills for
Sure.
when you get out of high school. And it's fun. There's a lot of friends that you can make in DECA, and it's a good experience. It's good things to do.
Yeah, you gain a lot of professional skills. Even if business isn't what you want to do, you know how to like talk to a boss or like manage sales pitches, even just like professional dress.
Sure.
And it looks really good on college applications.
That's what I was about to say. It looks great in college
Yeah,
applications.
and it's not that hard. So, and you get out of school, you get to take like 3 different field trips.
You went to like
Get to
they went
get
to like
to the
Atlanta,
hotel.
didn't they? Atlanta.
California, Disney World, and Florida. Well, Disneyland in California, Disney World in Florida. That's where ICDC is, the international competition. So
Is that where
that's
you go if you win at state?
Yes, that's where you
Okay.
go if you win at state. So that's where Isaac has gone the last couple
So
years.
is that where you're going this year?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100% in. That's right. There's no room for doubt over here.
Nope.
Well, ladies, I hope you guys have fun in DECA. I hope you win in DECA, and I hope you join DECA. Thank you for your time. Welcome back to the segment everybody looks forward to. What is it, weekly? Is weekly the phrase I'm looking for, weekly? I would say daily, but it's not daily. So, Mr. Wilson, how are you since the last time we spoke?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing just dandy. I'm really glad that there's more snow coming down.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
really glad we're not past that yet. It's not even enough snow to like do anything with.
No.
Like, just makes it slick. Like, it's not enough for a travel delay. It's not enough for knee learning day. It's not even enough to look pretty. It's just like annoying. It's almost like dust. It almost looks like dust at this point.
It do be that way sometimes.
But moving on from how Mr. Wilson's doing, teaching. If you had to say, like, if you had a teaching philosophy, what would you say it is?
In terms of teaching philosophy, I don't know if there's an actual like word for, or like style, official style for what I use, but I'm a really big like question as you go
Sure.
type of teacher. So I'm not just gonna, if we're doing notes and that's every other few days, I'm not just gonna give you everything. I ask as many questions in between each little line as possible, just to get the kids to think about
Sure.
what they're learning about, and to see if they can't figure things out before I even tell them about it. So like in terms of that, that's the kind of teacher that I am. Work wise, I also try and make it so that the assignments are things that help kids question what's happening. It's not just basic X, Y, and Z stuff. You got to actually look into some things, and look at how you're going to go about, especially in a historical aspect. How you're going to solve a problem or how a problem was solved in the past,
Yeah.
which then can help you in the future, of course.
And I think from a student standpoint, that's something I always appreciated. Like it never really seemed like there was busy work. Like it always like related to what you were doing.
Oh yeah.
Like in A-Push last year, all the assignments we did were questions that like made sense when you had to think about it on the AP exam. Like questions about what happened. Like it was never just like a packet. It was like things that you actually have to learn about. And I think another thing I like as a student was like you bringing stuff in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like seeing like I guess the history itself in like physical form. Like it's not just some date in a book. Like it's like an actual like the canteen you brought in yesterday.
Exactly.
Like actual things.
So with teaching and getting into it, did you have a preferred like grade level that you wanted to teach? Or?
Usually, I like to teach juniors and seniors, especially for a history class, and how I teach a history class. You usually get better answers and better questions if you are,
Sure.
Doing a junior or senior level class. And I honestly think it helps it becomes more fun because
Yeah.
you're not having to corral little freshmen and sophomores to try and get them to do something.
Yeah.
Actually want to do something.
I agree. Like I guess we're still immature, but we're not like the middle school
No.
immature, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think freshman, sophomore still kind of like shaking that type of stuff off.
Yeah, they still gotta like figure it out
Yeah.
how high school works and all
Yeah.
that kind of deal. Yeah.
Freshman year, we were pretty bad.
Freshman year was COVID year though. That was not COVID year, but it was like coming off of COVID. Like I see pictures of us in masks. I'm like, holy crap! I forgot we had masks at high school. But hey, Tristan,
Hey,
do you know what
Braden.
Monday is?
What is Monday?
Monday's President's Day.
Oh.
Are you celebrating?
Not me personally, but I bet Mr. Wilson is.
Well,
I know
we're,
you got
we're
something.
all going to be celebrating because we do have school on President's Day. We have school on President's
Gotta
Day.
be here.
Oh yeah, best way to celebrate it, right?
That's
course,
right.
of
That's
course.
right. So I guess with President's Day coming up, do you have like a favorite president?
If I had to choose a specific president, of course, always the easy option is Lincoln. But if we're going beyond that, kind of a tie between Theodore Roosevelt,
Of course.
and JFK.
Okay.
That's pretty solid.
Both had some really big plans for the eras they were in. Early 1900s, you have the Square Deal,
Sure.
where you're now conserving land. You're destroying monopolies. You're doing all this stuff, and it's just changing the United States as a whole. And then JFK, you're not having to deal with the new Soviet Union threat. Cold War, yes, it's been going on since the 50s, but the 60s is where it's all starting to change. You have the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he has to deal with that. Unfortunately, he's assassinated, but both of those presidents really have to actually take on giant problems that are happening in the U.S.
So on the other end of the
Spectrum?
the spectrum, do you have a worst president?
Or least favorite? Because I feel like worst and least favorite are almost two entirely
two
different
words.
questions.
Yep. Oh,
I guess you could probably make that two questions.
Yeah.
Who is your least favorite president, and who you think the worst president is, or was?
That's worst president would probably have to be William Henry Harrison because he literally did nothing.
Whoa!
He died
Respect
within
the
40
territorial
days.
governor.
He died within 40
Respect
days.
the territorial
Yes, he was the
governor of
territorial
Indiana.
governor of Indiana,
Vincent,
but that
Indiana,
means
Grouseland.
nothing.
Put respect on Grouseland.
But as president, he didn't do anything. He got too sick after reading the longest inaugural address.
He had to prove he was big dog.
I guess, yeah. Too old. So worst president and then least liked? I don't know. That's a really big question.
Nixon was an odd guy.
Whoa.
Oh dear. But so you say that, but then you gotta think about he also made
EPA.
the EPA, the DEA, that kind of deal. Oh man, I don't know if I can answer that one. I don't know. I'd have to look back at all the presidents again, because most of them have good qualities.
Yeah.
Along with bad. I mean, if you go to I was telling this in AP a few days ago. Grover Cleveland, the only other president that had 2 non-consecutive terms. You got he tells Sanford B. Dole to give Hawaii back to the Queen because he took it over in that little coup he did with the U.S. Marines. But then at the same time, which I'm saying is a good thing, but then at the same time, he's the same president that literally knew of a lady since she was born when he was in his 20s, and then ended up marrying her when she became 21.
That's true love.
That kind of
That's true love.
That kind of deal.
That's true love.
So you have things like that. So it's like, what kind of president, or how can you look at the presidents in just one aspect? I don't know.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know if I can really answer that. But I guess since I said it, maybe Grover Cleveland, even though again he did do some good things for the U.S. Who knows?
I guess here's kind of a question that kind of spurns off what you said earlier. Do you think Nixon would be looked at more favorably if Watergate just didn't happen? Do you think he'd...
Oh, yeah. He was, the fact that he was able to make all those different bureaucracies, make Earth Day, and all this is, again, to, get the hippies and whatnot on his side. Still do the DEA, though, that then arrest said hippies if they're doing drugs.
Nice.
Ends the Vietnam War, starts our relations with China, and also moon landing. He's the president during the moon landing. If he hadn't done Watergate, he probably would have ended his presidency quite favorably. There is really nothing. What else happens? Let's see. Ford. The only other thing, and this is from, we're not in the area, so I haven't re-looked at my notes. The only thing I can remember from Ford is you have a few different, protests against Israel-Palestine, and that Ford's I think the only person, or the person that tries to assassinate Ford is a person who was, maybe it was a pro-Palestinian person, I can't remember. So literally all you have is a Middle Eastern question, let's say it that way. That's all I had to deal with.
Sure. So I guess talk about presidents, kind of round it out a bit, kind of get some apologies going for the William Henry Harrison disrespect. Do you have a favorite presidential story?
Yeah, there's got to be a cool one.
Oh. Well, the funniest one to say in class is the Grover Cleveland one. I mean, shoot. Besides that, I gotta think.
Jimmy Carter said he saw a UFO.
Yes. Also have to give up his peanut farm. Oh dear, presidents and their stories. What could we do? What could be a good one? Oh, there we go. Andrew Jackson. First day in the White House. He's the first populist president, right? He's not one of the old presidents from the founding fathers era. He's the first new kind of guy. And he has that giant rager in the White House to the point where he has to put these giant wheels of cheese and barrels of whiskey on the White House lawn
That's
to
pretty
get everyone out of the White House to get inside.
So we should bring that back.
I
don't know about that.
I mean, if you want to be the people's president, I say we have a party on the White House lawn. But
cheese and whiskey for everyone.
That's right. That's right. So, like we normally have, we have some free fire questions. Number one everybody's gonna look forward to. Are you a breakfast guy?
No, I don't eat breakfast.
Okay, thank you. I
It's
guess
okay to be a little weird.
No. I love breakfast food. It's probably my favorite type of food, but I just don't like eating that early. I really don't.
Okay.
What is your favorite pastime?
Pastime, usually, if we're doing regular basis or so if I'm saying the most favorite thing that I do, it would be going to the military shows, but that's only once or twice a year.
Sure.
Consecutive every week basis. Usually reading, playing some games.
Sure.
That kind of deal, hanging out. And then also, I think I said this a few weeks ago, working on my house. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Housework is always fun.
So, if you had won the lottery, what would you do with it?
How much money are we talking?
Oh, well, the big jackpot, that 1 billion you hear. So probably take away the 360 million the IRS takes.
Right.
Thank you, IRS. You do a lot for us.
Well, you got pay off house, pay off loans.
Such responsible answers.
Car, pay off parents' stuff. If they have anything, house, that kind of deal.
Oh.
And then the rest of it, dang near use it for the military shows. Honestly, other than that, keep it safe. and use it for regular everyday life. I'd probably still do this while doing that though.
That's right. That's right.
You gotta have something to do.
Would you invest in a building somewhere so it could say, Mr. Wilson?
Oh, of course, of course. Maybe we change one of the names of the building downtown Greencastle.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Maybe the courthouse. Just
No,
rename it.
oh.
Just rename the courthouse.
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if that
Well,
one
with
works.
that money, you might be able to.
You never know.
You never know. Money talks. So that's all we have for you this week, Mr. Wilson. We thank you for your time again.
Yeah.
I look forward to this segment every week.
Of course.
I know the viewers probably do too.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Well,
all.
speaking of President's Day, I just remember this looking back at these notes. I always like pointing out this wall. This is a fantastic wall of different artwork and things of presidents. I got some AP students, Claire and Penny, that keep on making these different artworks, and they got everything up there. They got Hamilton. They got. Excuse me. Ooh, what the heck?
Is that Abe Lincoln?
They have Abe Lincoln. They got Uncle Sam. They got George Washington. They even got some nice anti-communist propaganda.
That's right.
All that good stuff. I always love looking at that, and especially with President's Day coming up, I think that's a very good wall to look at.
That's right. It makes me feel patriotic.
Exactly.
That's how we're gonna sign off, feeling patriotic, folks. I love America.
God bless the United States.
God bless the United States. God bless our troops. That's all, folks. We appreciate you for watching. We are currently outside right now, enjoying the weather because it is 36 degrees, which from last time we recorded is 20 degrees warmer. So maybe bring your jacket, but I don't know. I think I'm fine. I think we're fine. I think we're out here staying warm. All cozy thing about next season when the New York Football Giants are 9-8, wild card.
Yes, sir.
Jameis Winston, you gonna be your quarterback?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Super Bowl bound, Colts, Giants, Super Bowl. You heard it here.
Yep.
And watch next week, folks. That's all.